At Michael's Place, we do have many tears, but you would be so surprised at the amount of laughter. When those who are grieving find their way to Michael's Place, they find that they are no longer alone in their grief, but they are now part of our Michael's Place family. Thank you to our presenting sponsors, event sponsors, donors, volunteers, and to all of you for making this evening possible. In the words of E.T. to Elliot, Michael's Place will be right here.
Grief is for many uncertainty. It is mysterious. It can bring moods from all over the spectrum of life. Grief will lead you down dark, lonely paths. It will push you away from people and push people away from you. There is no 12-step plan to conquer grief. For some, the greatest losses will lead to some of the greatest strengths. It is obvious, it is subtle, it is loud, it is quiet. It will be in you one way or another for your entire lifetime. Explaining grief is really not all that important, but making the journey, having the goal to turn death back to life, bringing beauty from ashes is what Michael's Place is all about. Life for any of us can change quickly, like it did for Todd and his son Wyatt last Thanksgiving. When Todd's wife Connie suddenly died of an infection, Wyatt was left without his mother.
Last Thanksgiving would have been 2013. She come home, wasn't feeling quite right, took a shower, said she was going to go to bed. About 6 in the morning, she decided that it was time to maybe go to the hospital. I talked to the doctor briefly. He said it was emergency and she had an infection in her abdomen and that they were going to go in and try to get the fluid out and get the infection under control. Should be pretty routine. She was going to be in the hospital for a few days. About an hour and a half later, they come out and said that she'd crashed. They couldn't bring her back. And it sure didn't seem real at the time. To lose your parent at 5 years old is devastating, to say the least. But for Wyatt, it was tough. He didn't get to say goodbye to her.
We have a picture of her. My lily pad has a bunch of pictures of her. Me and my mom were blues. We had blue eyes. See how the eyes go blue? That's the same thing as my mom.
I think Michael's Place has given me hope for knowing that there's a lot of people out there that care, and that you can go there and talk freely. And I always feel relieved after I leave there. I mean, they're just like a little bit more burden has been lifted. It's kind of rewarding in more ways than one, because we spend some quality time together and have a good time. I think he likes to go there to play the games and do crafts, really. You know, and sometimes I don't think he sees it as counseling. He just sees it as a fun place to go and hang out with other kids that have lost a loved one.
We are all very proud sponsors of A Night at the Movies with Michael's Place.
Michael's Place brings much needed healing to our community.
Having lost my wife to cancer, I recognize the value of Michael's Place to our community. North Bay is a proud sponsor of Michael's Place and tonight's feature performance of E.T.
American Waste is a huge northern Michigan success story. Employing around 400 of our neighbors, friends, and family, they are dedicated to recycling and keeping the Grand Traverse region beautiful. Mike Ashone and the whole American Waste team are very proud sponsors of Michael's Place. The Grand Traverse region has a wonderful neighbor in the owners of the local McDonald's restaurants. McDonald's spends $250 million each year on Michigan products. Wally Gonzalez, his local McDonald's restaurants, and the Ronald McDonald's Charity directly support programs to improve the health and well-being of children, and are thrilled to partner with Michael's Place.
North Bay Produce is an international grower-owned, year-round, fresh produce marketing and distribution cooperative, headquartered in Traverse City, Michigan, reaching markets across North America, Europe, and Asia. North Bay Produce is a company with a heart towards nurturing the community's deepest needs, and proudly partnering tonight with Michael's Place to bring you the film classic E.T.
On behalf of our sponsors and all of us at Michael's Place, enjoy the show.